Good morning, students. Today we are going to enter into the first unit. We completed the second and third unit. Now we are going to start with the first unit. Yes, under that, the first chapter, it's a function introduction. Yes, it's a deal with the functions. We are familiar with the functions concept. Again, we are going to have a quick recap here. That is a functions very large program. We are going to divide into various subroutines so that we can easily correct the errors, that is debugging the errors, as well as we can assign into many persons so that we can complete in time. And then if you want to execute it repeatedly for more than one time, means we can use it without writing it again. The function actually deals with the specific task. It can be sum of the numbers, or you can have the preparation of the mark sheets, or to find the average of the class, like that. And then it's with actually it is a processed with the input and gives a required output, and then it's nothing but the input process and then the output. So here the definitions are syntactic blocks. That is it's a syntax. You have to follow the grammatical rule to write the coding part. So it includes both the expressions and then the variables and then the statements. The definitions includes the variables, expressions, and then the constants. So we can have the expressions inside the definitions, as well as we can have the definitions inside the expressions. And then all the parameters are called as function variables, and then the arguments are nothing but the values which is passed to the parameters. The parameters are nothing but the function variables. When you are going to define the functions, you are going to have the variables. Those variables are nothing but the parameters. Using these parameters, we can able to communicate with the definition and calling the function. So here it is one of the example for the function. It's written in the algorithmic format, and then these variables here, the variables are not declared with a specific data type. So first two, it specifies what is a need for the variable b, and also the second statement, it specifies what we are going to return the value from this particular function. So here the condition is b should be greater than or equal to 0, and then here we are going to return the a to the power of b. So let is a definition to start your function, and rec is a recursive function. Let rec means you are going to define a recursive function. Name of the function is a power, POW, and then the variables, the parameters are the a and b. And then if the b is equal to 0, then it will returns 1, otherwise it will returns a into power of a to the power a of b minus 1. So it a to the power of b minus 1. So yes, again it will call the power POW function inside the function, it seems. So it is called as a recursive function. When the function call itself, it's called as a recursive function. So here, that is a variable b is a parameter, and value passed to the b is an argument, and then the data type is not specified, and then by that is indirectly, so b is an integer. We can say that is b is an integer because it's compared with the 0. When you are going to multiply the b with the a, means a is also converted into integer. So the all variables here, it is an integer, and then the function is also returns the integer value. And then here the one more example with the data type. The only thing here, it's a change is the let rec POW, that is a comma b. Instead of the a comma b, we are giving the data type here, that is an int and an int. The third int, it represents the return type of the function. All other things are the as same as the the previous example. Students go through with the functions concepts. It's a very easy topic, and then it's an algorithmic notation. It is not written in Python language, so don't confuse with the Python language. So it is an algorithm. Using the algorithm technique, the function is defined over here. So go through with the examples, and then today's assignment is you are going to revise the 5th chapter. After listening this video, you go and revise the 5th chapter. Thank you.